Have we ever thought about how Christian educational institutions live, how they find their students or their audiences? We never meet an institution out of blue. I'm sure that all of us have a similar story here at Margaret Beaufort Institute as to how and why we got acquainted with MBIT. People experienced something here. They were marked by this something, by something good, which marked them, something which penetrated their minds and our minds too. Evangelii Gaudium tells us what this something is. Goodness always tends to spread. Every authentic experience of truth and goodness seeks by its very nature to grow within us. And any person who has experienced a profound liberation becomes more sensitive to the needs of others. As the open book in the hands of Saint John the Apostle expresses it, goodness always tends to spread. As it expands, goodness takes roots and develops. In the past, we met people marked by the Institute, and surely we wanted to copy them. We wanted to participate in their joy, in their transformative experience. If we wish to lead a dignified and fulfilling life, we have to reach out to others and seek their good. It is this expanding goodness experienced through the Christian academia which connects us all at MBIT. Members of staff, present and previous students, and research associates. So the Pope surprises us by his clarification. We can almost hear his words. Can you see? What makes the Christian academia different is actually the very same joy of evangelization which you share with the Church. Handing over the life of our institute is through a chain of encounters. We met someone who was passionate about the richness of truth which he or she experienced here. And when someone sees us marked by the same enthusiasm, and if he or she really likes it, that person wants to copy us. He or she also wants to share in the experience which only the Christian academia can give, which for us only MBIT can give. As you can see in our icon, John already has a secretary, as it were, a disciple to copy his thinking. So everything depends on this living chain of imitation. We are created in the image of God, and we are to copy and imprint this copy of our joy into others. Life grows by being given away. and it weakens in isolation and comfort. Indeed, those who enjoy life most are those who leave security on the shore and become excited by the mission of communicating life to others. We are called to communicate the joy of Christian academic life. By doing so, we are simply pointing to the source of authentic personal fulfillment. For here we discover a profound law of reality, that life is attained and matures in the measure that it is offered in order to give life to others. This is what Ambit does. And this is what is at stake. To become ambassadors of the delightful, comforting joy of goodness and truth, of which Ambit is an academic prison. Pope Francis is like a good personal trainer. He helps us to recharge our academic batteries. When discharged, an academic community is like evangelizers who are dejected, discouraged, impatient, or anxious. However, in our fully recharged state, we are ones whose lives glow with fervor, who have first received the joy of Christ. Let me finish with the surprisingly accurate description of a theological institute promised by the title of our meditation. The Church is forever young and a constant source of newness. The Church, the local cell Ambit, never fails to be amazed at the depth of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God. St. John of the Cross says that the thicket of God's wisdom and knowledge is so deep and so broad that the soul, however much it has come to know of it, can always penetrate deeper within it. Or as Saint Irenaeus writes, by his coming, Christ brought him with him all newness. With this freshness, he is always able to renew our lives and our academic community.